Hello my beautiful ninjas, thank you so much for tuning back into another video. I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. So I actually haven't recorded a video or put on makeup in a while, so this feels a little odd. So if I'm a little jittery and nervous, that's the reason pretty much. But I wanted to come on and share with you guys some of the items that I have been loving recently. So for the past month, I have pretty much a mix of makeup products as well as hair products. So I have 2 hair products to mention to you guys, and I think 4 makeup items to mention. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And of course, click that bell so that you're notified every time I upload new videos. But let's go ahead and jump right in. So jumping right into it, the first product that I want to mention to you guys is going to be this right here. I actually have 5 makeup items that I want to mention to you guys, but this is basically the Blender Cleanser Solid. So this is to help you to wash your makeup brushes as well as your makeup sponges. And prior to purchasing this, I used just like my regular dish detergent, and that worked fine as well. But honestly, if you are someone that wears makeup and you do have a lot of makeup brushes and a lot of makeup sponges as well, I think that this would definitely be a good investment. I don't think that it's expensive. I think this is probably like maybe $8 or $9 or something like that, but it does a really great job at cleaning your makeup brushes. It removes all the makeup, all the dirt, and it just makes your makeup smell really, your makeup brushes smell really nice as well. I really think that this is something that everyone that wears makeup should have in their collection, honestly, because it just made the process a lot quicker and a lot easier. And I feel like because of the fact that this solution is specified for makeup brushes as well as makeup sponges, I feel like it might be a lot healthier as well for your brushes as well. Just to make sure that you're using products that not only just clean the brushes, but also just kind of protects the brushes so that you don't have to purchase makeup brushes too often. So I feel like because this is specified for makeup brushes and makeup sponges, this is probably like a better alternative for you to use. Like I mentioned, I think this is like $8 or $9 or something like that. I think I purchased this from Ulta, but I think you can also purchase this from Sephora as well. As I mentioned, I will make sure to leave links to everything down below. So this is the first thing that I have been loving. The next thing that I've been loving as well is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz Eyebrow Pencil. And for my eyebrows, I do have a couple different things that I use. I have an eyebrow gel from NYX, and I have also an eyebrow pencil, I believe, from NYX as well. And I've been really enjoying the eyebrow gels, but I wanted to try to like transition more into eyebrow pencils just because I feel like they're a little bit easier, especially if you're trying to create something that's a little bit more of a natural brow. So I really do like this. I feel like this is one of those products that makes it easy for you to do a natural feathery type of brow, but you can also go a little bit more bold as well. This is actually what I used to do my brows today, and I feel like it was just it's very easy for you to use. It's extremely pigmented. It doesn't move. Like once you actually like draw on your brows pretty much and you brush it just to make sure that it doesn't look as harsh, I feel like it kind of sets as well. So I think it really does a great job at just giving you the pigmentation that you need to draw on the brow to create kind of like the definition that you want in your brows as well. And like I mentioned, you can do something more natural, and you can also do something a little bit more bold as well. So I'm actually really impressed. The reason I never purchased it before is because I think this full price is like $23. And when I purchased it from Sephora, they had like a 50% off sale or something like that for it. So I ended up purchasing 2 of them because I'm like, 2 for the price of 1, I'm cool with it. Because $10, $11 is pretty much the price of the NYX brow pencil, I believe, at the drugstore as well. So I was like, okay, it makes more sense. But if you can get this on sale, I would definitely recommend that you do. Or if you're willing to fork out $23 for an eyebrow pencil, I do think that it's worth it, just because it really does work very nicely as well. The third makeup item that I want to mention to you guys is this Lancome Click and Glow Illuminator. So this is a highlighter. I feel like I mentioned this before, but this is basically like a highlighter pen. I'm not sure if they're still selling this because I actually purchased this from like TJ Maxx one time. Like I just randomly found it. So I'm not really sure if they're still on their website or if it's discontinued, child, I don't know. If it is, it's still available, I will make sure to leave the link down below. But anywho, so this is the Lancome Click and Glow highlighter pen. So this is pretty much what it looks like, and I think I've showed this to you guys before. But what I really like about it is just the fact that it's extremely compact. It looks like a pen, obviously, so it's very easy for you to travel with. And I like the fact that it gives you a lot of pigmentation, but when you blend it out with your finger, it's like a healthy glow from within. You can obviously build it up if you want to, but I just like the fact that it just blends out seamlessly. It kind of like melts into your skin, so no matter how heavy-handed you go with it, it kind of looks like you're just glowing from within. It's beautiful. I actually have it on right now. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see it because of my lighting and things like that, and I didn't go too heavy-handed with it today, but I just absolutely love this highlighter. This is actually the highlighter that I've been picking up pretty much for the past couple months, honestly. I don't know, there's just something about it that I really, really enjoy. This is in the shade, I guess, number 1, Mielle. I don't know how many shades they have. Like I mentioned, I will make sure to leave all the information that you guys need possibly about these products down below, so just make sure that you guys check the description box. But I definitely have been loving this as well. The next makeup item I want to mention is going to be a foundation. I am also currently wearing the foundation today. So pretty much all the makeup items, I'm basically wearing it on my face. So this is going to be the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 111, which is in Soft Sable. I've mentioned this foundation many times before. If you have oily skin, especially during the summertime, it's really, really hot. I live in the South and it's extremely hot outside. It's usually like 90s, high 90s pretty much all day long. I think this is definitely a foundation that you would really enjoy. The one thing that I will tell you about this foundation is that because it's extremely mattifying, if you have large pores, or like texture, or if you're not someone that like shaves your face or anything like that, it can accentuate those things. But of course, if you just basically use a primer that combats it, you'll be fine. But just keep that in mind. But I think that this is definitely something that you need to have in your collection if you do have oily skin, just because it really just keeps you very, very matte, but it's a comfortable matte finish. If you have combination to oily skin, I think you'll definitely enjoy this. If you have like dry skin, I don't think you should try the Pro Matte, obviously, just because it is a very like matte finish pretty much. But yeah, so I think that this is definitely something that you should have in your collection if you do have combination to oily skin. You can purchase this from the drugstore. Drugstore pricing is getting up there anyways, so I'm not really sure of exactly how much this is, but this might be anywhere between like the maybe like $10 to $15 or so. I'm not really sure, it might be less than that, but I still think that this is something that will last you a long time. I don't usually wear this year round because it's so mattifying. The only time that I would wear it is usually during this time of the year, as well as if I'm going to like an event or something like that where I need my makeup to last a very long time. This is the one that I would typically opt for. But yeah, I think this is definitely something that you guys should try if you guys have not yet tried it. It's drugstore, so you can pretty much find it. The only thing that I can tell you is that this specific, I guess, line in the L'Oreal company, they don't really have too many shade colors, like shade range. It's not a really good shade range, but I feel like if you're able to find your shade or maybe mix it with another foundation or something like that, the finish of this foundation is pretty amazing. The last makeup item that I wanted to talk about is going to be this right here. This is the NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade Madeleine. And I have a couple of these butter glosses as well by NYX, but I really wanted to mention this one specifically, which is in the shade Madeleine, just because I feel like it's a perfect like peachy brownie type of shade. Like the let me try to swatch it on my hand so you guys can see it. I don't want to waste it, but I feel like it's a perfect like peach tone. Where is it? Hopefully you guys can see that, but it's a perfect kind of like peach brown toned lip gloss. And what I really like about it is the fact that the shade goes well with pretty much any liquid lipstick or any lip liner, so you can pretty much kind of like mix it with anything or top it off over anything. And what I also like as well is that these are not like sticky. Because I think my issue when it comes to lip glosses is that if it's too glossy or if it's too sticky, most of the time it'll basically get on my teeth, or it just kind of moves around too much. And if you're someone that doesn't like glosses for that reason, I feel like these NYX Butter Glosses will work well for you as well. You'll probably really enjoy them because they give you kind of like that sheen that you want in a gloss, but it's not overly sticky or overly glossy. So you're still able to get the look without feeling like it's messy, if that makes sense. So I really, really like these, especially this shade. They do have a ton of shades that you can choose from, but I feel like this shade would definitely be a great one to have in your collection because it just goes well with pretty much everything. Now, the last two items that I wanted to mention to you guys, like I mentioned, are going to be hair products. So the first thing is this Garnier Fructis Smoothing Treat 1 Minute Hair Mask, and this is the avocado extract one. I have two of these, and I think I showed this to you guys in a hair video recently, but I wanted to mention this just because I actually have not used it as a hair mask. This actually says that you can use it as, okay, so it says 3 ways to soft, smooth hair. So you can use it as a mask after your shampoo. You can use it as a conditioner where you just rinse it out, or you can use it as a leave-in as well. So I've actually been using this as a leave-in, and I really like it for that. The reason I never use this as a mask is because this size, I think they might have a bigger size, I'm not really sure, but the sizing itself, I feel like this would be way too small for me to use as a deep conditioner. So I was like, you know what, let me just use it as a leave-in conditioner and just do my styling after that. And it really worked very nicely. These definitely smell very, very nice. This one smells very sweet. This definitely does a really great job at moisturizing the hair, and I think it really does help as well because I feel like your hair naturally needs moisture, and when it feels moisturized, it's a little bit easier for you to manage your hair as well as far as detangling and things like that. So it does a really great job at helping you to detangle your hair and going in with styling. So I really, really like this as a leave-in conditioner. I feel like Garnier Fructis products has always worked for my hair, and I'm just glad that I found another product from their line that works for my hair as well, because these are really, really, like I mentioned, moisturizing, and I have a low porosity, high density hair, and so the fact that I've used this a couple of times and I still have products in here, and it does help, like I mentioned, to manage the hair and just to go in with the detangling process is amazing to me. So this is definitely something that I would recommend to you guys if you guys have not yet tried it. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, I actually did a twist out with this product not too long ago. This is the Mielle Pomegranate and Honey Twisting Souffle. So this is basically what it looks like. I love the packaging. It just looks very like luxurious and stuff like that, and it's a pretty big package as well, so this is definitely going to last me a long time. But as I mentioned to you guys in that video, if you guys have not checked out that video, I will make sure to leave the link, and I'll have a card pop out here as well. But as I mentioned to you guys in that video, I feel like this is actually a little bit better than the, because I compared it to the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie, but I feel like this is, I like this a little bit better. This one is a little bit of like a thicker mousse type of consistency. A little bit of this definitely goes an extremely long way. What I like about it is that even when it dried, it did not like flake on me or anything like that. My hair did not feel greasy at all or oily. It just felt very moisturized, but it felt kind of like weightless as well. So my hair did not feel very like weighed down or anything like that. It just felt very moisturized, and it just felt really good, and it lasted in my hair for a while as well. So I really, really like this. If you guys don't have the Curl Enhancing Smoothie by Shea Moisture, I would definitely recommend this. These are definitely great for things like twist outs and braid outs and things like that. I would not do a wash and go with this just because the consistency of this, I feel like it's a little bit too thick. It would probably take my hair forever to dry, okay? Because it already takes forever for my hair to dry. But I feel like for twist outs and braid outs and bantu knots, even because I do plan on testing out the flexi rod set, I feel like this probably would be good for something like that as well, just because, like I mentioned, it just moisturizes the hair without making your hair feel heavy or greasy, which is like a perfect styling product. So I would definitely recommend this, like I mentioned, if you guys don't have the Curl Enhancing Smoothie. If you do, I wouldn't recommend that you run out and purchase this because you don't necessarily need to. They work very similar. I just like the texture of this one a little bit better. So that's going to be pretty much the last item that I wanted to mention to you guys that I have been loving recently. If you guys want to purchase any of these items, I will make sure to leave the links down in the description box, and you guys will be able to go directly to purchase them. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and of course click that bell so that you're notified every time I upload new videos. Thank you again. Be safe, stay blessed, and remember to always treat yourself. Peace out.